Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 18 of the CCAU 2G show, where we are trying to help you be the best person that you truly are. And today we're going to discuss how to deal with people who do stuff for a reaction. Now, we've all been in this scenario where someone is literally just coming to you, asking you to, you know, silly questions or do too much task, and you're just like, where is this leading to? From my experience and from just observing, it usually leads to nothing at all. Like, no phone call explaining like the joke, or what was the reaction for, or what caused them to uproot this. It's a dead silence at the end. It serves no purpose. So I did some research, and researchers, they give us, steps on how to realign the task that's at hand, or recenter what's going on. So let's start off with this quote that they gave us. Remember, the goal of the person who is doing stuff for a reaction is to control the situation and pull you into their emotional space. Okay? Pull you into their emotional space. That means whatever life hands them, they're handing it directly to you, right? And that's usually not a safe person to be around, because it can get mentally derailing and can look at as bullying or harassment. However you want to say it, is just not effective in tuning in to the project that y'all are trying to do, or focus on uh, anything really. So the researchers state that the most effective counter strategy is to starve the behavior, which we're going to talk about the word starve. Starve the behavior by refusing to give them dramatic, angry, or emotional response they are fishing for. Starve, right? Starve not meaning not eating, but not giving attention to or ignoring that person by, just refusing to toy with them as they are toying with you. Like I always say, the best way is to walk away. Best way is to walk away when you feel like you're being toyed with, right? Because they are fishing for a reaction. And from my experience, you can give them a reaction, and it's not going to pay out for anything. I promise you that. The payout is going to be little to none. It's not even going to be a phone call or an invite to a birthday or a gift card or anything. So it's pretty much pointless into saying like, hey, I react like that. Where's my cookie? There's usually nothing they're going to give you. They're just doing that, as a prankster or anything. So they give the researchers give us steps 1, 2, and 3, right? So we're going to break it down. The first step is to master the pause and the blank slate, not state, but blank slate. Use the power of the pause. The pause meaning to not allow anything to come out your mouth, a reaction, a facial expression. More so, just a like a pause look like you're thinking, right? And that is actually very powerful. Actually, when I think about that, the power of the pause. And then they say offer a blank reaction. A blank reaction is, I feel like, is a is a line from the pause. It's just like that. Not giving in to what that person is saying, or even really just processing it, how silly it is to just give them that type of attention, right? And then they say for step 2, turn the spotlight back on them. I feel like that is done right after you give them the pause and you say, I need clarification. And then you play dumb. Now, the word spotlight and dumb may confuse most people, but spotlight meaning like the 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 reaction that they want to give back to the reaction that you was trying to give back to them, if that makes sense. So you ask for clarification to realign the conversation, and then you play dumb by. I feel like they said just play dumb. I feel like you just keep asking for clarification, like, hey, what's going on, But then again, it depends on the seriousness because step 3 says disengage and set boundaries, and they state to validate and set a pivot to walk away, right? And the most way to stay safe is to just walk away because you never know if that person is being silly to harm you or being silly to embarrass you publicly or they're secretly recording you. So all the time, it's best to just have that mindset of, hey, if anyone approaches me on some uh, make me react type of stuff, it's just to walk away. If it's done at school, you know, definitely walk away because there's there's it's a close encounter building. Even at work, same scenario, close encounter building. You want to just really protect yourself because you don't want to place yourself in that position of, hey, I gave someone a silly reaction and I got upset and then you know they harmed me, and now I have X amount of medical bills, or I'm facing assault cases, or they're facing assault cases. And I got to go to get a lawyer. You know, these type of exposures that you just don't want to have, on your record. Because they're not giving you a reaction to give you money. It's never going to be that. 10 times out of 10, it's really just a reaction to see what you're going to do and how they're going to manipulate that situation to make it worse on you. So, regardless of how you want to play it, whether you want to use the power to pause, offer a blank reaction, ask for clarification, play dumb, validate yourself, and pivot. The best situation is always the last one, is to walk away and forget about it, because from my experience, there's also no future for the two of you, three of you, four of you, however many in the group are, at work, employees. There's really no future for like a person who is placing you in that position and wanting to continue on for like a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, a month, 6 months, whatever the time duration is, whatever the scale is, they're going to continue it until you leave, and they're never going to contact you again. Right? So you pretty much want to just go ahead and maneuver yourself out that situation by just being honest with yourself, saying, you know what, it's really not that serious. I'm just going to walk away and just save yourself the peace, because you don't want to place yourself in harm. You don't want to have broken bones, or because someone's being silly and they're going to take it too far, and you definitely don't know them, especially in that type of room. I I personally, even if it's with family, friends, relationship, school, work, always just walk away. So, hey everybody, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to episode 18 of the CCAU2G show, where we're trying to help you be the best person that you truly are. And today we definitely discussed how to deal with people who do stuff for a reaction. Thank you for tuning in.